Once upon a time, there was a young girl named Emily who loved to collect dolls. One day, her parents surprised her with a new doll named Samantha, so Emily decided to call her Sam for short. Emily was so excited to play with her new toy, but something about Sam seemed a little off. At first, Sam was just like any other doll. She would sit on Emily's shelf during the day, quiet and still. But when the sun went down and the moon rose high in the sky, Sam would come to life. Emily would hear whispers in the darkness, and when she looked over at Sam, the doll's eyes would be glowing bright red. Sam would start to move on her own, her arms and legs jerking around like a puppet on strings. At first, Sam would just say simple things like, "I love you, Emily," or "Let's play a game." But as the nights went on, Sam's words became more sinister. She would say things like, "I'm gonna get you," or "You can't escape." One night, Emily woke up to find Sam standing at the foot of her bed, her eyes glowing in the darkness. "I'm going to take you away with me," Sam said in a cold, robotic voice. Emily screamed and ran out of her room. She slept in her parents' room that night. Whenever she tried to tell her parents, they just didn't believe her. As the nights went on, Sam's behavior became more and more erratic. She would throw things around the room, slam doors shut, and even attack the family pet. Emily was terrified and didn't know what to do. Finally, one night, Emily had had enough. She gathered all of her other dolls and surrounded Sam. "You don't scare me anymore," Emily said bravely. "I'm not afraid of you. I have new friends." Suddenly, Sam's eyes stopped glowing and she felt silent. She was sad. From that night on, the doll never spoke or moved again. She was glad to have her peaceful nights back. But sometimes late at night, when Emily was lying in bed, she would swear that she could hear a faint whisper in the darkness. "I'm still here," it would say, watching and waiting. As Emily grew older, she started to forget about Sam and her terrifying experiences with the doll. She moved on with her life, went to college, got a job, and started a family of her own. But one day, when Emily was visiting her childhood home, she stumbled upon Sam in the attic. The doll was still sitting in the same spot where Emily left her years ago when she moved out. Emily picked up the doll and felt a chill run down her spine, and she could hear a faint whisper coming from the doll's mouth. Emily quickly put the doll back and left the attic, feeling uneasy and a little creeped out. That night, Emily couldn't sleep. She slept in the same room that she used to sleep in when she was a child. She kept hearing strange noises coming from the attic, and she couldn't shake the feeling that something was watching her. She tried to ignore it and went back to sleep. When she woke up the next morning, she found that Sam had moved from the attic and was now sitting on her nightstand. Emily tried to ignore the doll while she was there visiting her family. She became more and more convinced that Sam was out to get her. She would wake up in the middle of the night to find Sam's eyes glowing again, and the doll was muttering to herself. Eventually, Emily couldn't take it anymore. She decided to actually get rid of the doll once and for all. She put Sam in a box and drove it to a remote location far away to throw the box away. But when she got there, she found that the box was empty. Sam was nowhere to be found. Emily looked around, feeling panicked and scared, and that's when she heard a faint whisper coming from behind her. "I'm still here," the voice said, "and I always will be." Emily turned around to see a figure emerging from the shadows. It was Sam, but she looked a little different now. Her eyes were glowing brighter than ever before, and her limbs were moving in a jerky, unnatural way. Maybe all those years in the attic had taken an effect on her body. Emily got scared and started running, but Sam was way too fast. The doll chased her through the woods, crackling and muttering to herself. Emily could feel her heart pounding in her chest as she stumbled through the underbrush trying to escape. Finally, after what it felt like hours, Emily collapsed on the ground exhausted. She looked up to see Sam standing right over her. Her eyes were glowing like twin suns. She seemed very mad. "I told you I'll always be here," Sam said in a cold, robotic voice. "And now, you're mine."